Barbarouses unable to keep that one. And you look around the A-League and you think about the keepers who are prominent and who might lay claim, I guess, to being the best going around. Lawrence Thomas, very, very effective. You think of Jamie Young at Brisbane, but Philip Curto is right up there, and he might have to continue to be because Keisuke Honda is getting ready, as is James Donaghy. Looks like a double change coming for Melbourne Victory. Barbarouses is away. Bit of room to work and pulls it back into the path of a few who couldn't quite convert. Phoenix looking to break quickly. Williams trying to free up Singh. Broxton having none of it. Calmly steps in. Now the change looking though it'll come. The first changes at centre-back where Georg Niedermeyer makes way for James Donaghy. Great to see him back in the A-League. And the man that many have come to see, Keisuke Honda, continues his recovery and his reintegration into the team. A good shift on starting debut for Anthony Lesiotis. The main man is in the house, Keisuke Honda, with 35 minutes to influence the outcome. Wins a header immediately.
Kevin Muscat did exactly this, double substitution last week against Perth when they went a goal down. That was in the 62nd minute. Today, 7 minutes earlier. So Keisuke Honda getting 7 more minutes than he did last week to show what he can do. Terrific player. 98 games, 37 goals for Japan. And has been very, very good in his first year in the A-League.
Let's not forget, Freddie's also combining his role here with Melbourne Victory with a head coach role with the Cambodian national team as well. So, a man of many talents, Mr. Honda.
Yep, plenty on his plate, Harry. Here's Donaghy's first involvement, trying to stop the run of Sarpreet Singh. He'll quickly find out that's quite difficult. Forced to Krishna! This season for Roy Krishna. The ball fell to him rather fortuitously in the box, and Roy Krishna ain't missing from there. The Phoenix lead 1-0.
Yeah, took a flick at the near post there, hit Storm Roux in the chest and bounces beautifully for Roy Krishna. And what a volley there, he just drills that one into the roof of the net. Lawrence Thomas, no chance from just outside the box. Phoenix take the lead, and who other than Roy Krishna?
Well, he made his name around these parts. Firstly for Waitakere United, then for Auckland City. A pro contract. Now daylight between him and anybody else as far as Phoenix goal scorers are concerned. He is also now joint top of the Golden Boot race this season. A dozen now. Adam Lafondra is the only other man to have that many. And as I say, it equals his best ever return in a Phoenix season. 19 rounds in, so almost inevitably he'll achieve what Mark Rudan asked of him right at the start of his tenure here, and that was for Roy Krishna to have his best ever goal scoring season for Wellington. Victory looking to bite back straight away. Unfortunate for Storm Roux, really. That took a bit of a flick, didn't it? And he kind of lost sight of it. Off it went, but good work from Singh out wide right to get the cross in.
Yeah, I think it came off the head of Thomas Deng, who'd just gone to try and stretch and nod the ball away. Just brushed the top of his head, and that put Storm Roux off. Let's just collect them right in the chest and drop beautifully for Krishna. But again, Krishna just shows his balance and his ability to react quickly to the ball. As you say, Piney, good ball from Sarpreet Singh. Whipped cross into the penalty area, difficult for the defence to deal with.
Bit of noise at ground level, Harry, when that one went in. I saw you trying to hear us. Can you hear us now?
Only just, Piney, only just. It's absolutely electric down here pitch side, particularly after that goal from Roy Krishna, as you said. But unfortunate for Storm Roux, because I think you could see the desperation from Roux, because he knew he'd made a mistake.
Here's a few now with a chance, and that was almost passed into his own net by Stephen Taylor. Honda goes down. Taylor stands over him like a Viking.
And again, the touch of a few, just not there. You just let that one run too far. And Stephen Taylor comes across and collects Honda. But it is just that precision in the touch up front where it has to be exactly right. And this evening we've seen it on a couple of occasions. Kenny Arthur just missing that precision.
Victory looking to bite back. Kamsoba always looks likely. Scuffed clearance from Taylor. Barbarousa scampers across. Looking for Kamsoba. This is a much meatier clearance from Stephen Taylor. Well, the full range of emotions from one of the cult heroes of Wellington Phoenix, and that's Stevie Taylor. Troisi seizes upon that one. Here's Athieu again. Kenny Athieu and Durante together. Durante with the foot in. An hour gone at Eden Park. We're going to have the official attendance given to us shortly. We're hearing it's north of 20,000. In the meantime, Honda towards the near post, not cleared first time, but Mandi and Durante combine. Williams is off on a run. Singh picks it up. Williams ahead with him, and Krishna herring up on the outside. Singh hasn't seen him. He has seen Williams though, and Williams sees Krishna. Absolutely fantastic save from Lawrence Thomas. Sweeping move from Wellington. Thomas denying Krishna at the last.
And this is top quality counter-attacking. Sarpreet Singh, he's looking round, picks out Williams on his left, and then the slide pass across to Krishna on the right. Lawrence Thomas comes up big time. Lovely save. Concedes the corner. What a move from the Phoenix.
Corner results. Singh to take. Thomas with a one-handed punch. Williams plants it back in, and this time it's a lot easier for Lawrence Thomas. Well, he has played a big part there in keeping his side in the game, Lawrence Thomas. He's been very, very solid for 3 or 4 seasons now between the sticks for Melbourne Victory. Just so reliable, agile, great reflexes. Had to be all of those things and display all of those qualities, with Krishna bearing down, looking to make it 2.
And I think that's the Phoenix at their best. Now you've got a dynamic front 3. And when they break out from the back very quickly, try and catch the opposition unawares, that's when they look their most potent.
Troisi again. Fenton gets it away. patience from Victory. Still plenty of time. Just 2 losses in the last 16 games for the Victory. Here's your crowd number. Congratulations, Auckland. 23,648 here tonight. Comfortably the biggest non-finals crowd ever for the Wellington Phoenix, and the 5th biggest of the entire A-League season, would you believe? The 2018-19 A-League season, that is in the top 5 biggest crowds. 23,648 packed into the Garden of Eden tonight. At the moment, the vast majority of those fans are pretty happy. Keisuke Honda looking to make their mood a little different. Delivery's good. Was there a hint of handball there from Stephen Taylor? And he looks like he's picked up a bit of an injury. Cam Sober. A few goes high. Can't bring it down. Well lead away. Just keep an eye on Stephen Taylor. I thought he might have tweaked a groin or something in attempting to clear that ball. Wellington Phoenix substitutes are warming up off to our right as we look at the pitch.
Good pressure from the Phoenix. They found a bit more energy in defence from after the goal. So now got something to cling on to, and working very hard, the front three, to try and put a bit more pressure on the build-up from the Melbourne Victory.
Here's a few again. Broxham joins the attack. Lee Broxham goes down. Referee, no hesitation in pointing to the spot. Lee Broxham has earned Victory a penalty.
Does very well here, Lee Broxham. Just changes the point of attack. His run is angled in. Peter Green, absolutely no hesitation here. Sandwich between Fenton and Krishna. And Lee Broxham just pushes the ball there, gets bundled over in the box. And Peter Green points to the spot.
This one's not getting overturned. No clear and obvious error there. And as you say, Fred, on first look, it looks like a spot kick. Keisuke Honda is the man in charge, or is Costa Barbarouses? No, I think Keisuke Honda's pulled rank and said, I've got this one. Costa. Against Kurto. Keisuke Honda, 1-1. He makes no mistake. He's been in high pressure situations before, Keisuke Honda, and negotiated most of them successfully, as he has done here. 6th goal of the season for the Japanese superstar, and Victory are level.
Yeah, left foot pulls this one across his body. Philip Kurto, who's pulled off a couple of terrific saves this evening already, has absolutely no chance there. Goes the wrong way. Honda draws the Victory level. Game back in the balance, but in the last couple of minutes, the Victory have found a bit more of their mojo. Looking more dangerous as they play forward, the team in white.
That save by Lawrence Thomas now becomes even more important, doesn't it? Durante loses out in midfield. A few aiming for Barbarouses. Key intervention from Stevie Taylor.
Yeah, well read, great read from Steve Taylor. was heading to Barbarouses, and he was through. Had got inside Kopczynski.
Kakachi gets away from Roux. Roux gets back though. Good tenacity from Storm Roux. Another corner for Wellington. We're into the final quarter of a pulsating encounter. Rufer takes the corner. High foot was it from Barbarouses? No, says the referee. Kemsoba looking to break quickly. Honda through the middle as well. Can Kemsoba find him? Fence him with a crucial tackle. Williams. Kakachi can see Fenton. Slides it between the legs of Ding. Just a little bit behind Krishna, and Broxham tidies up.
And Keisuke Honda not happy. He wanted the ball in that last counter-attack from the Victory. It's a good opportunity for the Victory to break forward, and likewise for the Phoenix once they'd won it. So this game's got a really nice ebb and flow to it at the moment. There's both sides who you feel can score another goal and get themselves the 3 points, but it's the moment, yeah, it's hanging in the absolutely hanging in the balance.
Yeah, as has been the case in a lot of Wellington games this season. All three results are still in play. David Williams moves away from Ding and from Baena. Has it taken off him though by Honda. Kemsoba is urged to run by his teammates. He holds on to it. Taylor goes down. Kemsoba, a few off the post and behind.
Another terrific run by Kemsoba. Leaves Rufer in his wake. Comes up to Stephen Taylor, who slips at the most inopportune moment. Thought he could have gone for the ball there. Then he slips. Kemsoba gets almost to the goal line. Kiniathiu outside of the foot against the base of the post. It's the width of the post that keeps the Phoenix on terms.
Honda's corner. Roux and Krishna together. And this time it's a goal kick. I actually was wondering how the referee saw a corner the last time. That seemed to go from a few onto the post and behind. A couple of attacking options for Mark Rudan if he'd like to use them. Killian Sheridan is among the substitutes, as is Max Burgess. Burgess has been pretty influential at times when he's made an entrance. Sheridan offers that something different up front with his height. At the moment, no movement on the bench. The substitutes continue to warm up. Got a robust work from both sides in the middle of the park. Broxham finds Honda. The two fours together, Mandi and Honda. Barbarouses has it taken off him by Kakachi, and then Kakachi gets away from his All Whites teammate. Honda is tracking back. Look at that from Keisuke Honda. Look at that from Louis Kakachi. He's run over 65 yards. Now how's the pass? It's going to find its way to Williams. He's going to set up Alex Rufer. Deflected behind, and is it handball on the edge of the penalty area? It is, and a yellow card. James Donaghy into the book.
A terrific run from Liberate Kakachi. Just shimmied his way past Costa Barbarouses and then beat Honda and Storm Roux, I think it was, when he's played this one across. Broxham gets a foot to it. William lays it back for Rufer, and here's Donaghy, turns his back. And the Phoenix there appealing. I think they were appealing for a penalty, thinking that Donaghy was inside the box. But quite correct, Peter Green. And ball on the outside of the box. Sarpreet Singh over this one. And he certainly does have the ability to bend this one over the wall and put it in that top corner just above Lawrence Thomas where he's standing now. Great opportunity for the Phoenix and a good call from the referee there.
What a run by Libby Kakachi. Down the left-hand side. I thought he might run out of puff, but he got the ball across, and this is the situation that's been created. Sarpreet Singh taken out of the top bins by Lawrence Thomas.
Anticipated right. Thomas went very early.
Here's Kenny Afiu now, end to end. Can Kenny Afiu put victory ahead? No, he can't. Kurto comes out, Afiu falls over, nothing doing, says Peter Green. Victory appeal. They thought that should have been another penalty.
No chance. Afiu had overrun that. Stopped the ball and then went too easily to ground. Good call again from Peter Green. You see Afiu here, touches the ball, stops it, and then just runs in to Philip Kurto. And Kurto can't get out of the way there, so what's he meant to do? So a good call from the ref.
Killian Sheridan looks like he's going to be introduced. Bottom of picture, that's a foul by Mandy. He's got to be a little bit careful, Mandy. .15 minutes left at Eden Park. Krishna all the way back, trying to win possession, and successfully does so. Mandy looks like he's running out of puff a little bit. Kakachi. Still neck and neck as far as possession is concerned. Territory, I can tell you, is the same. There you go, 50-50. Now, can Williams nip in here? He might just. Thomas and Deng came together. That was almost catastrophic. I look to keep the attack going. Wellington through Mandy. Fenton wants it on the far side. Kakachi's got it. Nice little tail on the cross. Deng gets it away, though. Honda there. So too Mandy, and that's a foul by Mandy on Bayena. Mandy himself has gone down in the challenge as well.
Phoenix going to make a change, fellas. Killian Sheridan is going to get into the action.
Mandy struggling here. Ball cleared to the edge of the box. Honda goes in on him for the first challenge. And then Bayena comes through, and he gets just clipped on the side of the head.
Here's Killian Sheridan ready to enter the fray. Eighth appearance of the season for Sheridan, still searching for a first A-League goal. They might just be waiting to see how Mandy is before they make the change.
Yeah, that's right, Piney. They will. The number down is number 11. At the moment, it is David Williams. They will make way, but they were just waiting on the fitness of Mandy there.
Thanks, Harry. Change made. Mandy also coming to the sideline to get a bit of treatment. David Williams leaves. Sheridan with a dozen minutes or so to make an impact. Mandy's come to the sideline and will, I'm sure, just go straight back on. An embrace for David Williams from the coach. Another good shift tonight. First touch for Sheridan. In a second in quick succession. Pushes it past Rue. And now tries to slide Krishna in. Good impact early from Killian Sheridan. Krishna's in a bit of a cul-de-sac against a strong defender in Donaghy, who gets the better of him on this occasion. Honda can't keep it in, and scrambling back was Roy Krishna. It's out for a victory throw. Durante on Barbarouses, and then is fouled by Storm Rue. Former All Whites teammates, those two. Storm Rue has a word to Andrew Durante. Rue gets a yellow card.
Seen some strong challenges in the game so far. Played in a pretty good spirit though, this one, with so much riding on it as far as top 4 places go. As you've mentioned already, Piney, the victory still with retention of the Premier's plate in their sights, but that 7-point gap now makes it very, very difficult for them to overhaul Perth Glory. But for the Phoenix, these 3 points are hugely valuable for the top 4.
Good flick on by Sheridan there into the path of marauding Singh. That is what Killian Sheridan can do. He adds the aerial threat. Singh not quite able to latch on, but already just in the 2 or 3 minutes he's been on the field, Killian Sheridan has shown impressive form with feet and head. And straight up in the air by Stephen Taylor, who has another go at it. Sheridan in on Broxton this time.
Noticeable Treacy didn't want to go for the header with Stephen Taylor.
Well, Sheridan fouled there in the act of passing. Well, Singh looked like he was. Neither has been given as a foul. Baena escapes, just a throw for Wellington.
Again, the robust challenges carry on. Touch there. But this is the worst one. Baena going in through the back of Sarpreet Singh. That's a foul. And possibly a yellow card.
Yeah, it certainly looked like one, didn't it? Fenton's got away. Will he drag this one? And he has. Aiming for Sheridan. It's gone past him, though. And Rue unable to control. It'll be a 10th Wellington Phoenix corner. Crowd lend their voice. A variation again. Roofer in towards the near post. Really, really good defending there by Kenny Athew. He certainly contributes in set-piece situations as a defender for his side. Kenny Athew. Another chance. This time it's more conventional. Athew again gets it away. Bouncing around the box. Taylor is there. Sheridan's there. Deng wellies it clear. Keisuke Honda. How's the touch from Honda?
Far side.
Barbarouses now. Kamsova is all alone in the middle of the park. Can Barbarouses find him, or he might go himself? Barbarouses parried away by Curto. Corner to the victory.
Oh, great positioning this time from Andrew Durante, because he didn't allow Costa Barbarouses to get the ball to the other side to Kamsova, and runs him into a cul-de-sac, and all Costa could do was scuff a half-hearted shot at Philip Curto, who parried away easily. Good defending from Durante.
Good delivery from Honda, and over his own crossbar from Sheridan. He's now the attacker back doing defensive work, Killian Sheridan. Honda sizes it up once more. Plenty of white shirts forward. Victory certainly chasing the 3 points here. Kamsova through a crowd of bodies. Fenton wellies it away. Krishna wants to know why it wasn't a pass to him. Mark Rudan, I guess, cautiously wants to get things going. Max Burgess, by the looks of it, Harry, is getting ready to enter the fray.
Yeah, Burgess has been decent when he's come on. He's only had sort of a bit part to play throughout the season. The odd cameo of 10 or so minutes, but when he has come on, he's affected the game. Does very well getting him behind the defence.
Here's Honda. Here's Kenny Few. Is this the moment? Durante again denies him. The Phoenix will just delay making the sub until they deal with this corner. Kenny Few, he's been busy. Chances have fallen his way, as yet unable to convert. Honda again, deeper this time. Kurto can't gather. Mandi clears. Krishna still full of running late in the game. Baena struggling to keep up. Krishna keeps it in, gets past Dean as well. Here's Rick Krishna looking for Singh. Draws it straight at Thomas. Well, he flew down the left wing side, the Fijian. Couldn't find the delivery. End-to-end stuff as the clock winds down. 6 to go plus stoppages. Barbarouses. A few is sent a bit wide. Roos up in the box. A few towards the far post. No one there. Troisi, not quite as prominent second half. He might be now. Another corner for the victory.
Again, terrific play from Costa Barbarouses that time. Drove inside. A few had made the diagonal run across the box. And Costa with a beautiful reverse ball found him. I think the way the play had stretched so far, though, meant that only a few white shirts were able to get back and then get forward again for the second counter-attack.
Honda's delivery again. This time it's a powerful header by Sheridan. Baena looking to plant it back. Takes a deflection. Which probably doesn't help Wellington too much, but eventually it finds its way through. 5 to go. The 20,000 plus crowd here searching for a winner from Wellington and a free pizza from Hell Pizza.
You're hungry, Piney.
I'm not sure it applies to us, Fred. I'll certainly be making myself known to the team at Hell if in fact Wellington can get across the line. Fenton now. Kamsoba trailing in his wake. Brocks him across to try and slow him down. No foul there. Max Burgess is still waiting to come on. That'll no doubt happen at the next stoppage in play. Tied legs out there now. Mandi struggling to keep up with Troisi. Barbarouses is over on the left now. Driving into the penalty area across the 6-yard box. And Kenny Few acknowledges the pass. Must have taken a deflection. There's Burgess waiting patiently. Durante urges his troops to keep going deep into this game. Here's Kamsoba. It's hit Barbarouses. I don't think it was going in. Kamsoba again. That one certainly isn't. Pretty sure that was going wide from Kamsoba the first time when it hit Barbarouses. Back into play.
He's absolutely leathered this one, though. Ball pinged to the edge of the box. You're right there, Piney. Going well wide and then very high over the crossbar.
Sub finally made. Max Burgess, 13th time he's come on as a sub this season. As you say, Freddie's been decent. He's created things. He's been involved in a couple of late goals. You'd have to think that any goal now would have to be the winner. Now that's a foul by Durante on Honda. No further sanction for Andrew Durante, but it's pretty agricultural stuff from the skipper.
Lucky to get away with that one, Andrew Durante. Just cut right across the legs of Honda.
It's all ended rather tamely for victory, unfortunately, as they tried to catch Wellington unawares.
When the victory have Troisi and Honda on the park together, That allows them, there's two players there who you can just drill the ball into, no matter how many players they have around them, and 90% of the time they'll come away with the ball, because their technique and their ability just to drop a shoulder and throw a feint in those tight areas is just exceptional.
First touch from Burgess. He keeps Wellington in possession. Kikachi, Singh, Deng across, and it's off Tommy Deng for yet another Phoenix corner. A dozen now. Rufer takes. Thomas with a punch half away. Cleared by Troisi. Burgess looking to lump it back in. Instead he lets it run out, and he'll take the throw in front of the Melbourne Victory bench. Into the final minute of regulation time. Kevin Muscat wants Libby Kikachi to come back to where he perceives the throw-in should be taken. The referee would like to see Kevin Muscat give Kikachi the ball, which he has. We're hearing there are going to be 4 extra minutes added at the end of this one. A few climbs high and flicks it on towards Barbarousis. Couldn't quite get his body into the right position. Away by Durante. Troisi in on Kikachi. Confirmation of the extra 4 minutes. Sheridan gets away from Deng. He's a bit of a lone ranger at the moment, as Killian Sheridan, though. And the referee seen a foul there on the edge by James Donaghy. So Killian Sheridan putting himself to good use late in this one.
Sheridan bearing down on the box, puts it through the legs. You can see the arm there of Donaghy coming across the chest of Sheridan. A Rufer on the ball. I think you drill this one just in that gap there on the left-hand side of James Troisi.
Let's see, here's Rufer straight at Lawrence Thomas. He saw it coming all the way.
Needed a runner. Needed someone to get across the face of the goalkeeper.
Fenton misses his header. Cam Sober will drag this one in. Is it going to be Elvis's night? Troisi onto that left foot that's so lethal. Instead of pulling the trigger, he tried to free up a teammate. Honda and Troisi combine. Troisi leaves it behind as Singh breaks. Sheridan's off through the centre forward position. Singh is surrounded by white shirts but manages to find Rufer. Switch of play towards Kikachi. What's he got left in the tank? Kikachi running at Storm Roo as he has for most of the night. Deng sure-footed with the clearance.
How many times has Thomas Deng done that?
It's been superb, isn't it?
Yeah, got himself in a great position and then been able to just punch the ball away as it comes flying across the penalty area.
Now, it's been a good game to start round 19. A point won't improve the position of either of these two teams. Wellington would move level for the meantime on points with Melbourne City, but they'd still have an inferior goal difference. Victory would move to within 6 points of Perth at the top. But Perth would have their game in hand. Bit of a slip laid on from Kakachi into the final minute of the 4. Is there one final chance left for either side? Honda on the ball, always dangerous. The cross is good. Fenton had to win that and did. Kopczynski only half away. Flicked on by Krishna. Sheridan in between a couple of players. Burgess is off on a run. Can Sheridan find him? Not quite. Baena, important. And sliding in Fenton. Time ticks away. Check of the watch from Peter Green. 4 minutes have been played. For the 3rd time this A-League season, these two cannot be separated. It's the Krishna and Keisuke show. A goal apiece for two of the higher profile players going around the A-League. A point apiece for these two sides. Great crowd and a great night in Auckland as the coaches embrace. Wellington Phoenix 1, Melbourne Victory 1. Both goals in the second half. Fred.
Yeah, whipped on ball here. Den goes up for the header. Just brushes the top of his head. That takes it away from Storm Ruin, and he just chests it down for Roy Krishna to blast home. And the Phoenix are riding high at that point. Lee Broxham's intervention there, driving into the penalty area. Peter Green decides that's a